Welcome to the Sports Podium with Hot Take City and Austin.
Welcome to another week of the Sports Podium. I got my boys with me again, Mafia and Hate First. I just want to go ahead and put it out there that, God bless the Nealon family and, all of the people that are suffering from that. Mental illness and mental health is big, man. And please, if anyone has any depression or sadness or hurt or they're feeling some type of way, please have no problem reaching out to me and talking to me. It really sucks about, seeing someone that younger than me, have everything in the world and, take it with one instance. Like circumstances are circumstances and things happen, but, in this life, you shouldn't take it from anyone. And, but with that being said, boys, we're here again every Thursday giving you reactions and predictions. And how we doing?
Yeah, man, I'm good. Like you said, it's kind of a sad day. News like that, it affects everybody in one way or another. I feel like it's a pretty common thing, even though lots of people don't talk about it. I feel like we should be talking about it a lot more. Everyone has kind of battled with something at some point in their life. So, happy to be here for sure, talking ball. And but yeah, it was definitely shocking news earlier today for sure.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Happy to be back on. Been a couple weeks, but seeing that news is pretty crazy. He was only 24, so younger than me as well. He had just scored a touchdown in the Monday night game on prime time, so you think like top of the world, that type of stuff, like living your dream. But you never know what's going on behind the curtain. So really sad.
You're right. You never knew. You never know what's going on. And, there was words of him losing his mother not too long ago, and it took a big toll on him and stuff. But it to me, I don't think it's, not saying worth it, but like to take your life for something, like that is just whatever. Anyways, sad day, bless the ones that are hurt, and let's go ahead and jump right into this reactions. And this game sucks tonight, by the way. So we'll go ahead and start with the last Thursday's matchup. Ravens, Dolphins. Lamar being back, showing out that he can, missing games didn't really affect him. Thoughts on that game? Thoughts on Lamar? Thoughts on we're going to get to the trade deadline too, so we'll keep that question in the back. But thoughts on Lamar, the Ravens, and the Dolphins?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's easy to look good against Miami. Like if you've been off for a couple weeks, like how Lamar was there, it's a good game to get you back into the swing of things, and that defense is pretty bad, man. So, I mean, for him to come back and get Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, I feel like it's kind of shows that. I mean, he looked great. He had 4 touchdowns and however many yards. So I mean, he looks like he's back on it there. But I mean, both of those teams, I feel like the Ravens, they'll now with Lamar Mack, they'll get it back into the swing of things and kind of push for that division. But I think it was just a bad game for Miami, and yeah, I don't put too much stock into beating Miami. That's really my big takeaway from that game.
4 touchdowns, 204 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot of similar takeaways. If you've been out for a few weeks with a hamstring, one of the best teams that you could play coming back is the Dolphins. They're pretty terrible right now. One thing to note is that he only had 14 yards rushing, so maybe he's still getting, had to kind of shake the rust off and kind of get back into the swing of things. And I guess this was a good game to do that. It was a must win for them. They had to have won that game. And, sitting at 2-5, you can't be 2-6 and trying to make a playoff push. I think this weekend's game is a must win for them. So I think that this game served as a good, stepping stone to him.
Not to cut you off, but here on out for the Ravens is a must win game.
Pretty much, especially, the Steelers had a tremendous win last weekend, and they're still a couple games up. So I think they play the Vikings this weekend, and then they play the Jets at some point and some other bad team. So all three of those, they have to win those games and be to even contend. So, I mean, they're in playoff mode, right? Like this early in the season, it's not great. They might get, tired towards the end of the year, but I wouldn't put it past Lamar. He's been incredible in the regular season with his 2 MVPs. So, yeah, good game to come back to, I guess sums it up.
I mean, looking at the numbers for the Dolphins, right? Tua, 261 yards, 1 interception, but 25 for 40 with a QBR of 22.9. Like, that's just, like, it's odd to see that many yards, 1 interception, and have a QB rating that low. It's just weird. I really don't know. Like, I was talking about this the other day with some of my boys, and I don't know what to think of Miami anymore. Like, they've had a different coach. I don't think Tua was the answer. Obviously, that's my personal opinion. But they've had different coaches. You know what I mean? They've had a different GM. Is it the owner? Is it Miami? Is it like I just don't know anymore with that team.
Yeah. I mean, Mafia and I are all for the Dolphins stinking it up, as AFC East guys. So I don't care who it is, whoever it is, I hope they stay forever.
No, I mean, but logistically though, like it doesn't make any sense. Like, every team has, like a random good 1 or 2 years, but the Dolphins haven't like really, like they had 1 good year, I think Tua's rookie year, I think, or maybe his second year. But like before that, like, it wasn't until like the Dan Marino era. Like it's just been so horrifying for them. Like it's been really bad.
Yeah, people love to pick on the Jets for the playoff drought. I mean, the Dolphins haven't won a playoff game since way before the last time.
2000. I think 2000 was the last time they won an actual playoff game.
Right.
And
so,
I think Jay Fielder was their quarterback when they won it.
Yeah.
If you want a name from way back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know if it's Tua or McDaniel, but like Hate first said, I hope both of them stay on the team forever. And like realistically, I think Tua is the problem, and I think Mike McDaniel is an offensive coordinator and not a head coach. I feel like we've seen that sometimes. I feel kind of the same with your guy there in for the Giants, Daboll. I feel like he's more of an offensive coordinator than he is a head coach. And I don't know. I just think there's a whole bunch of problems going on with that organization altogether. Starting with the quarterback, I feel like you can't really trust him.
Why? Okay. Why must we start the Giant hate early? Like, can we?
I'm not starting. I didn't start hate. I didn't start hate.
Can we wait?
I didn't start hate. I was just saying I think your coach sucks. That's all.
We're not even 10 minutes.
He was our offensive coordinator.
Mafia, we're not even 10 minutes in yet. Like,
I'm not hating. I'm not hating.
Wait till
I'm just
wait till
you
like
what the
15
deal is.
minutes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here we go. Not even entertaining it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Dolphins obviously got to figure something out and figure out what they want to do. Moving on to the 49ers and Giants. This was interesting. And as a Giants fan, you see all these, especially the Niners, right? You see the Niners missing so many star players, from offense to defense to special teams to, important positions, quarterback, linemen, defensive linemen, and they're winning games and scoring 30, 40 points in every game that they're winning. Like they haven't slowed down at all. And then you got the Giants that are missing so many players. And, this year as the Giants compared to the last couple of years, the Giants have averaged 21, 22, 23 points in the last couple of games since starting. So there is promising to that. But, seeing these other teams win games with missing important pieces, and the Giants just can't get over that hump yet, which is fine, but it does look promising. But this game here, the 49ers are a really dominant team, and I think they should stick with Mac as their quarterback. Mafia?
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. I think, especially when you look at the price tag of both of them, between Mac Jones and Brock Purdy, I'd rather get the same production I'm getting out of Mac Jones and save myself the $55 million a year that you're paying Brock Purdy. So I feel like they're in a little bit of trouble there because they're going to have to start the worst quarterback. I feel like we're seeing it right now with Sam Darnold. Kind of the same thing. It's not the quarterback who's the problem. It's kind of the system that he was in. So I feel like that's kind of the same issue that Mac Jones was in, where he wasn't that successful in New England. Finds a system that works with his skill set, and he can go and ball out. So yeah, I think to be honest, I didn't watch any of this game. But just from a football aspect of it, I think I wasn't expecting much from the 49ers this year, given all the injuries that they have had, and they seem to be playing really well. So I'm definitely surprised at them. I picked Arizona to win this division at the beginning of the year, and make a run a little bit in the playoffs as well, and that doesn't look like it's happening.
Hey, first.
Yeah, I think the 49ers are a key example of when you have a good coach and a good system in place, you can, and like maybe one elite player, because like I don't want to take away from Christian McCaffrey. He's like a potential offensive player of the year candidate. But with that said, like I feel like whoever they throw in at quarterback just fits into the system. Like Purdy wasn't supposed to be he wasn't supposed to be a $55 million a year quarterback. He was the last pick in the draft for a reason. They had Trey Lance. Not to get hurt, and he at once upon a time he was the next guy up, and he took him to a Super Bowl. So I think we're seeing a little bit of that with Mac Jones. He went 19 for 24, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like that'll work any day. Like and then Christian McCaffrey has like 175 total yards and 2 touchdowns. Like you're getting elite play out of him. So if he stays healthy, I feel like there comes a point where the injuries will be insurmountable. Like if Christian McCaffrey gets hurt like he did last year, that might be tough to come back from. But they've just been finding ways to win. But I guess to speak a little bit on the Giants, Dart has shown a ton of promise. Like they're not winning games. Like they got the Eagles that one week, but since then they've been losing. But Dart has been very promising in those losses. Like and now without Scatterbo, Dart's going to have to run a lot, and he had 56 yards in that game and a touchdown. So I think there's a lot of promise in New York for the Giants. But
yeah, especially once Neighbors is back too. That's going to be Dart's number one weapon to get the ball to. So like you add Scat and Neighbors back next season. Like there's lots of promise around the Giants for sure.
So I want to bring this up, and the reason why I bring this up is because we haven't seen anything like this in a Giants uniform in God knows how long, right? Like, listen, no disrespect to Eli. I love Eli. I've seen 2 rings with Eli, but Eli wasn't this exciting to watch, right? So in 8 games, in all of 8 games that Dart has played, right, whether he started or came in for a couple snaps during those games, he's 109 for 175 with a 62% and 1,100 yards, or almost 1,200 yards, and 10 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So, you know, as a rookie quarterback, you expect to see the opposite. You know, you expect to see 10 interceptions and maybe 3 or 4 touchdowns, you know, making rookie mistakes. So the question that I'm bringing up is, was Dart truly the best quarterback to come out of this previous draft? Hey, first, off you.
It sure looks like it. I mean, Cam Ward has shown flashes. He's made a couple of great plays, and if Sam were here, he'd probably rip me for this. But I think Dart's better than Ward. Yeah, I think as it stands right now, you know, 9-10 games into the season, I think Dart's the best rookie quarterback so far. So he's looked really good. He's kind of re-energized the fan base. Like you know, all the Giants fans I know have, you know, a lot to look forward to with him. Like, you know, a lot of confidence in him. He has, you know, he's putting up the stats to validate that, and he's looked great. You know, when's the last time we saw the Giants like kick the Eagles' teeth in on during a primetime game? Like he's got the swagger. So yeah, I think as it stands right now, he's the best quarterback in this class.
For me, like he's probably playing best right now, but like I don't know. I don't really like to say who's better. Like we all thought CJ Stroud was the best quarterback in that draft, and then you see him kind of not play well the next year and kind of struggle a little bit this year. We all thought for sure Jaden Daniels was better than Caleb Williams last year, and now before the injury, like Caleb was looking like he was good. He was going to be better. It's too early to say he's for sure the best quarterback in the draft. He's definitely playing like it right now. We'll see kind of how the whole career pans out, but for sure he's definitely playing like the best one so far. Because Tennessee for the first 6 weeks up until they fired their head coach, they were a disaster. So how could you, like, for me, it's tough to say like, yeah, Cam Ward is not good because they were playing in an offense that sucked. And like, he hadn't, you know, like nothing was going well for him. So like hard for me to judge a quarterback based on that.
Well, that's the thing, like, you know, and there's no shot at you or the Bills or even Josh Allen, but Josh Allen took 4 years to become who Josh Allen was. So like everyone is different, obviously. You understand what I'm saying? Every quarterback plays different. So, you know, a quarterback might be good for first 2-3 years of his career and then just fall off. And then, you know, or it might take him through 2 or 3 years to become good, you know, and become like a Josh Allen, you know.
Or so, like a Mac Jones took a lot longer. Sam Darnold, it took a lot longer. Like it's just about getting in the right situation.
Well, look at Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is a perfect example. He was with the Giants for 6 years, looked great his rookie year, and then the last 5 years after that just looked like complete dog shit. But was it really him or was it really the system? Because he goes to the Colts and he's leading the Colts to the number 1 seed in AFC right now, you know, or number 2 seed in the AFC right now. So, you know, it just all depends on, you know, development, number 1, and then it all depends on the system as well. But I mean, overall, your thoughts on the Niners, though, with the amount of injuries they have and, you know, winning games and dominating games. I mean, is that surprising? Is it the system? Is it, you know, Mafia?
I mean, I'm definitely surprised. They got rid of a lot of people in the offseason as well. Like there was a point there in the offseason, like it felt like every day they were releasing somebody or trading somebody else was leaving the team or whatever. So like it was for me, I'm definitely surprised. Like for them to be what are they at now, 6-3? Yeah, it's crazy, man. They're getting production out of Christian McCaffrey that I don't think lots of people were really expecting, because we're all kind of expecting the fall off or an injury here or there for him or whatever the case might be. But for me, I'm definitely surprised at how well the 49ers have played. They also benefit, like people come at the Bills for having an easy schedule. The 49ers have like a historically easy schedule. So I feel like, you know, it's it's a little bit of smoke and mirrors a little bit because they're not really playing the toughest competition. But I mean, I'm surprised. Even given that, I didn't think that they were going to be a 6-3 team.
Hey, first.
Yeah. I shouldn't be surprised because Kyle Shanahan has the pedigree and he's led a lot of these teams. Like he took Jimmy Garoppolo to the Super Bowl, took Brock Purdy to the Super Bowl. I think Brock Purdy was in another NFC Championship game when he got hurt or whatever. So he has the pedigree as a coach. He was also with the Falcons as a coordinator, but so I shouldn't be surprised, but I am because I feel like Mac Jones was such a written off quarterback that I was like, all right, not even Shanahan can fix this guy, but he has. So I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. And who knows how far Mac or Brock will take them this year and how long they'll last before some sort of injury creeps on in and impacts the way that they're winning games right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, we're pretty much at, the midway point of the season, and they're 6-3 sitting on top of the division, tied with the Rams, I think. They're both 6-3 maybe. So I guess we'll see what happens and who wins that division and what they do and what they decide to do with Brock Purdy when Brock Purdy comes back. Obviously, Brock Purdy, quote unquote, is the starting quarterback. So, his job is, technically speaking, not in jeopardy, but, he comes back and they look like shit the first 2 or 3 games he's back. It might be, hey, you're going to ride that bench, bud, and then it's going to be Mac Jones show and San Fran. So I guess we'll see what happens. And, when he comes back, next game, Falcons, Patriots. I know both of y'all are in the same division as the Patriots and probably hurt your soul that the Patriots are good again from all the trauma you've taken when Tom Brady was there. But they look good, man. Drake May looks good. The Patriots as a whole, do look good. When you speak facts, you got to speak facts. You can't just, be biased to, a team in your division. So, I mean, your thoughts on the Patriots team here, guys?
Yeah. It obviously pisses me off that they had maybe half a decade of being mediocre to bad, and now they have their next franchise quarterback already. Whereas for me, the closest I got to a franchise quarterback was I guess Chad Pennington as a kid, and then Mark Sanchez for a few years, and then the rest have been, misses. So it's obviously frustrating. What's additionally frustrating is that the Falcons had a chance to tie that game, and the freaking kicker missed the extra point, and then that's how the Patriots won by 1 point. So frustrating. Obviously, Drake May looks great. I think he's top 5, top 10 in MVP odds right now, deservedly so. He had 260, 2 touchdowns. He did have a couple of turnovers, but in the end, it didn't matter. But yeah, the Patriots look really good. The Jets still have to play them twice, so I'm a little frightened of how those 2 games are going to go.
Matthew?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of the same thing. I made I thought it would be fair, they dominated us for 20 years, so then they've got to be shitty for 20 years. I felt like that was a fair trade, but that doesn't seem to be happening. I think Tom Brady's record in his career against Buffalo was 33-3, something stupid like that. So I'm done with the Patriots being good. I don't want them to be good ever again. But yeah, I mean Drake May's playing well. He's probably like Hate first said, he's top 5 in MVP odds, which he should be. I don't know. I kind of have this feeling with the Colts as well, with the Broncos and the Patriots. I feel like sure you're in first place now, but I don't know if you're going to be able to continue that for the rest of the season. And especially when it comes to the Colts, I don't think anybody is afraid of going into Indianapolis to go win a playoff game. Like I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens of the world, like we're not afraid to go to Indianapolis. Or I don't think Buffalo will be worried about the New England Patriots. I saw. You know, I at the end of the season, I don't think it'll be what it is right now. I think Buffalo's still going to win the division. I think Baltimore is going to win their division. You know, I think Kansas City probably still wins their division. I feel like I don't have a lot of faith in the teams that are in the lead right now. So, I mean, respect to the Patriots, they beat us a couple weeks ago there. That was a good game from them, but we're going to have to play them again, and we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah,
there was a lot
Drake
of
May's
there was a lot of talk around. You were ducking the show for a couple weeks after that Patriots winning. I'm just saying. There was some talks about you ducking the show after the Patriots beat y'all that week. I'm just
listen. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here, and who's not here? Who's ducking? Who's ducking who?
I'm just saying. You know, not trying to throw no names out there, but you know, there were some people talking that you were ducking the show. So.
Listen, man, I was wrapped up. I was wrapped up in the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays had kind of, you know, taken over for a couple weeks there. Still not over that Saturday night, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no, they look good. I mean, Drake May does look good. You know, as a team, you know, they still, I feel like, have a couple holes. Obviously, the running back situation is a lost cause right now. They don't know what they want at running back. Stephon Diggs looks good. You know, he's woken up and looks like, you know, almost prime Stephon Diggs. That defense has always been a great defense from 10 years ago till now. Like that defense has never changed. It's been the same system or similar system for, you know, years to come. So, but we'll see what happens. I mean, like you said, I think the Patriots do fall off a little bit, and they do, you know, get into the playoffs, but as a wild card, not as a division. I think the Bills, you know, towards the end of the season, wake up and start winning games that they shouldn't be losing early on in the season. So we'll see what happens. But moving on to the next game, Chargers Titans. Take it away, Mafia.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for the Titans. You know, like I feel like it's just going to be a really long season for the Titans. Chargers, you know, I feel like you should. It was what 27-20.
27-20, yeah.
Herbert was 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. I don't know. I feel like the Chargers they beat Kansas City week 1, and everyone was like we were all on the Chargers like hype train, and Herbert's finally here, and like I don't know. I still just don't buy it. I don't buy it from the Chargers at all. I don't think they're as good as their record says that they are. I feel like they have issues. You should be able to beat the Tennessee Titans by more than 7 points. If you want to compete against Denver and Kansas City, these are the games you have to look way better than what you did this week.
Yeah. Hey, first.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I always associate the Chargers with they always play up or play down to their competition. And against good teams like Kansas City, you know, like they look awesome, and Herbert's throwing the ball all over the field, sliding for game-winning first downs. And then against teams like the Titans, there, you know, he throws a pick six. That one interception ended up being a pick six, and you know, let these bad teams hang around for longer than they should. So I agree. I don't think I think we were all a little too overhyped about the Chargers after I think they started like 2-0, like beating the Chiefs, and then another good team. I think I have a hard time remembering, but you know, they're 6-3 right now. They're a game behind Denver and a game ahead of Kansas City, so they're right in the mix. But we'll see how it shakes out in the end of the year. I don't fully trust the Chargers right now, like Mafia said.
Yeah, they started out 3-0. They beat Chiefs, Raiders, and Broncos right off the bat.
Then lost 2
Then they
in a row.
lost to the Giants and then Commanders right after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
yeah,
I mean, that's great for them. That's 3 division wins, like right off the bat, right to the beginning of the season. So everyone was like, okay, these guys are winning the division. They already have a leg up on everybody. But I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
Yeah, no, I mean, there was all about talks about after 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Oh, Herbert MVP, Chargers winning the division, Chargers getting the number 1 seed, and then now they're being
be disconnect.
Oh,
Maybe
maybe
hot
it
take.
is. Okay, so what other game do you want to talk about?
I'm glad we don't have to talk about a Jets game. They're on a bye.
Yeah. I mean, it's I feel like part of the shakeup was because you're on a bye week, so you can afford to do some of those moves.
Mm-hmm. Hot take, you there?
Yeah. No, my internet bugged out. It said wasn't connected. I'm like, how's it not connected? I literally have it plugged in from my computer to my router. Like, what? But I just connected my Wi-Fi as well, so this way it shouldn't happen again. But I mean, I don't know, man. I guess we'll have to see the Chargers in these next couple of divisional games that they have coming up against, these teams that are now veteran through the season and, have shown what, they are, how they're playing. I mean, the Chiefs have woken up, obviously. Chiefs are doing great things again. I mean, they've had a couple of hiccups in the beginning of the season, but ever since that Giants game, the Chiefs have just been dominating and showing their true identity on who they are. And
well, except for this week, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but think about it though. But the Chiefs, when they lose though, they're not losing by 30, 20 points, 15 points. They're losing by 7, maybe 10. You understand what I'm saying? Like this week, and it's known the Chiefs can't beat the Bills in the regular season. The Chiefs can't beat the Bills in the regular season, but the Bills can't beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. So it's which one would you rather take? You understand what I'm saying? So it's just, but I mean, we'll see with the Chargers. I mean, Justin Herbert is looking like last year's Justin Herbert again. The first 3-4 games he looked fine, and now he's fell off. So,
well, wasn't last year Herbert had three interceptions the entire season, and then had 4 in the playoff game that they lost?
Yeah, and that they were up 27-0.
That was
2 years ago. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, two situations where they kind of just don't look ready for the playoffs.
Yeah. I think the highest scoring game was Bears Bengals, dude. Bears are looking
Man.
Bears were looking good, man. Caleb Williams looking good. We've said it at the beginning of the show. I mean, the beginning of the year. Both of y'all were there when we talked about it. They had an offensive line help. They put weapons around Caleb, and he had a very, very solid, quiet, under the radar rookie year, and he's doing the same thing this year, and no one's talking about it.
Yeah, no, the only thing that he's doing differently he's cut his interceptions in half from what he's had last year to this year. So he's just gotten better. I feel like that Hail Mary game last year against the Commanders, everyone kind of forgot about Chicago after that and didn't really pay attention to him, but he still went on to have a really good season, playing wise. They didn't have a great season record wise, but I don't know, man. I just don't know how, we saw after the game there, the Chase Brown and Jamar Chase talking about hey man, can we at least just tackle somebody one time? Please, just one time make a tackle. I don't understand. It's horrible, man. It's absolutely horrible to have a game end like that if you're a Cincinnati Bengals fan, because I don't know, man. It's just brutal. To score 42 points and lose a football game is crazy. once you get over like 35 points, you almost feel like you're guaranteed to win the game. Like you should start to feel comfortable. These guys have to play offense like right up to the last second of the game to even have a chance, because their defense is never going to keep them in a game.
Well, the highest scoring quarter of that game was the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
The first quarter was 10-7 Bengals. Then the second quarter, they both scored 10. The third quarter, the Bears scored 14, the Bengals scored 7. And then the fourth quarter, the Bears scored 16 and the Bengals scored 15. So the highest quarter of that game was the fourth quarter. And they literally won on missed tackles and a last-minute Loveland touchdown from Caleb Williams.
Yeah. Caleb Williams had more receptions than Rome Odunze in that game as well.
Yeah, he did.
Which is crazy, because like to me, I was talking about this on a different show that I was doing this week as well. Like they're now like into that. Ben Johnson is now like feeling comfortable enough to start calling some of these trick plays, and these, it took him a couple weeks to just kind of get everything sorted out and see where everybody's at. And now you're out here, Caleb Williams, 2 catches for 22 yards, as well as doing what he's doing at quarterback. Like Ben Johnson's kind of back in his bag, with some of these plays that he's calling. So yeah, I think it was a good win for the Bears. Tough loss for the Bengals. Anytime, like when I look at Joe Flacco's like stat sheet and I see 47 pass attempts, to me that's way too much. A quarterback should never be throwing the ball 40 to 50 times in a game. I feel like every time you have a quarterback who throws 47 times, that team loses the game. Granted, you're probably throwing so much because you're trailing or whatever the case might be, but I just feel like you're 31 for 47. That's way too much. Caleb Williams was 20 for 34. That's a lot more reasonable and a lot more manageable, in my opinion. 47 is crazy, and it's a 41-year-old Joe Flacco doing it. Like, to me, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, before you go here first, remember the Philly that they did that trick play? Do you remember who did that first, similar to that? It was the Bears. Like the year before, I think, with that tight end that did it again with Philly.
Oh, yes, that's right.
So watching
Burton,
that play,
his name was,
so watching that play again pretty much happen with Chicago this past weekend, and watching the other couple of trick plays that Ben Johnson had pulled, like you said, he's comfortable and he's in his bag. And, if they continue to dominate, or not dominate, but if they continue to play games like they played this last couple of weeks, then watch out for Chicago.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead. Hey, first, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. I just wanted to call out that the Bengals, they put up 42 against the Bears, lost. And then the week prior, they put up 38 against the Jets and lost. That's a total of 80 points. And they're the first team, heard this on one of the ESPN or Fox shows the other day. They're the first team since like 1960 or something to put up 80 points in 2 weeks and lose both games. Like, that's insane. And like you trade for Joe Flacco and you're getting exactly what you could have ever dreamed of from him, like at his age, and like, is he past his prime? Is he not? Like, you're getting pretty much like prime Joe Flacco.
Well, you know what they wanted from
you're getting Joe Burrow out of Joe Flacco.
Yeah. Well, you know what they wanted from Joe Flacco, right? They wanted Joe Flacco to win multiple games while Joe Burrow was gone. So when Joe Burrow comes back, they have a winning record and Joe Burrow can take the team into the playoffs. That's exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, 100%, because Browning wasn't getting it done, and like I feel like Flacco's holding up his end of the bargain. It's just they're not winning the games because the defense is so.
Well, bro,
bad.
their defense has been in shambles for 5 years now. Ever since they drafted Joe Burrow, it's just they've never had a defense. Literally, never had a defense.
That defense was good. That one when they went to the Super Bowl that one year, I feel like
that was the first year.
Yeah.
Maybe second year, but other than that, it hasn't been that good.
Yeah,
I feel like
no, for sure.
In order for it to spill over, where you have like Jamar Chase and Chase Brown making comments to the media, like I feel like these have already been internal conversations where the offense feels like they're holding up their end of the bargain, but the defense isn't. And I feel like it's just been so long now of like the same thing, where now you're seeing it starting to spill into the media, which I have a bad feeling that, like that locker room is completely torn up right now. It's not looking good in Cincinnati.
I mean, brother, when you got holes bigger than Swiss cheese on your defense, you're not going to win games. It's just that simple. Like, it's not going to happen. I don't care. You can score 65 points in a game, but if
because their defense will give up 66, man. Like, it's crazy.
If your defense can't make a single stop, we're not asking to dominate the game. If you can't make one stop, you're not winning that game. It's just that simple.
Yeah, Loveland caught the ball. There was 3 guys like right there. They all grabbed a hold of him, and he just broke free and then ran for 30 yards down and scored a touchdown. Like, brutal.
I mean,
but I tell you what, I am going to start pushing a narrative for Cincinnati to trade Joe Burrow, just to see if we can ruffle some feathers.
That's a good narrative to push. And I know a team that just got 3 first-round picks this past week has a lot of assets to offer.
Listen, it doesn't hurt to try. Why not pick up the phone during the draft and say, "Hey, I got 3 first-round picks for you"? Would that be enough for Joe Burrow? I'm just saying. You'd
have to do a trade like what the Saints traded to draft Ricky Williams, where they traded every pick that they had that year. That's what you're going to need more than 3 first-round picks to trade for Joe Burrow. You're going to have to throw in Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall and your 3 picks.
Well, they have 5 total over the next 2 years.
Yeah.
But yeah. Can't trade Garrett Wilson if we're trading for Joe Burrow. Can't trade him.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I think the Bears is going to shock a lot of people.
They look really good.
So
that's a tough division, though.
The toughest division in football for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Colts, Steelers. Colts ended up losing 20-27. Now, here's my narrative behind this Colts, right? Looking at these games that the Colts have played, right? And I'm pretty sure both of y'all are going to agree to this. Looking at the games that the Colts played, right? They beat the Dolphins. They beat the Broncos on a last-minute field goal with a flag. Okay, let's not forget about that. That was the major factor of that game. Okay. Mm-hmm. They beat the Titans. They lost to the Rams. They beat the Raiders. They beat the Cardinals. They beat the Chargers. They beat the Titans again. And then they lost to the Steelers. So I'm not even considering the Chargers because we don't know what's going on with the Chargers. But they haven't beaten anyone over 500.
Yeah.
In the 2 games that they did play, they lost both games. And that was to the Rams and the Steelers.
Yep.
So again, why are we hyping this team up?
I have not hyped them up at all. I literally put a post out last week and said Halloween passed, so Daniel Jones took off his Indiana Jones costume. Like he looked like New York Giants, Daniel Jones, this past weekend. He had 5 turnovers.
He doesn't play for the Giants. Stop.
He did for a long time, and this looked like one of those games. Like he couldn't make the right throw, couldn't make the right play, kept losing the football. Like on the Giants, he had a big fumbling problem. He fumbled 3 times and lost 2 of them in this past game. He did get a lot of yards because they were playing from behind. He had 50 pass attempts. Like Mafia said, like if you're throwing the ball every play, most likely you're playing from behind, and you're probably going to lose that game. But for the rest of this year and next year, I will be rooting on the Colts' downfall. We have 2 of their first-round picks now, so I hope they lose out. So I hope we see this every weekend now.
Mafia.
Yeah, I just went back to look at the stat line from their first loss against the Rams, and Jonathan Taylor 17 carries and 76 yards, and I feel like that's the blueprint right there. Like if you can keep Jonathan Taylor in check, which no offense to Mr. First Down, Tennessee Titans is not going to keep anybody in check. You know, you're going to be able to run however you want to run the ball against them and score three rushing touchdowns a game against them. But the Steelers, the Rams have now, if you can hold them to 100 yards or less and force Daniel Jones to stand in the pocket and throw it, that's the way you're going to beat this Indianapolis team. So, I mean, I feel like the blueprint is out on them now. I feel like maybe that other shoe has dropped a little bit, and they're going to kind of come back down to earth.
I mean, like I said, you know, they haven't beaten any team over 500. They've only beaten the Chargers, and we don't know what's going on with the Chargers right now because they look like they're in shambles as well. So everybody putting Daniel Jones in MVP talks, and the only bright side right now that I could see that anyone from that team can get a award is Jonathan Taylor, and that's either if you want to put him in MVP talk because of what he's doing, that's fine. But we all know MVP is going to a quarterback. But he could definitely win. He's definitely locked in right now for Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, and I don't even know about that. I think JSN is putting together quite a season in Seattle right now. He's like right there with Jonathan Taylor right now for Offensive Player of the Year for me, anyways.
I'd say Christian McCaffrey too is another one.
Yeah. But definitely, like 2 weeks ago, I was like, okay, Jonathan Taylor is in MVP talks for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like Saquon last year. Like he had one of the best years that a running back could have, and you know he wasn't even considered for the MVP. Really, I think he was a finalist, but everyone knew he wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
So they gave him as a Player of the Year.
I'm just saying, until the Colts can prove that they can beat a team over 500 that's not the Chargers, I'll give them their flowers. But until then, you know, they might be quote unquote the number 2 seed, but this ain't Peyton Manning behind the helm throwing the ball.
No, exactly.
This is still Daniel Jones that we've seen 5-6 years in the Giants uniform fumble and turn the ball over multiple times in a game, and we've seen that this past Sunday with the Steelers. So, but the Steelers, on the other hand, though, Steelers look good. Aaron Rodgers looks good. You know, he's been taking some perks this year, obviously. But seriously though, the Steelers look good, and you know, I wish the Steelers would have got another wide receiver for Rodgers instead of relying on DK Metcalf and some janitors from the locker room. But I mean, overall, the Steelers look good. I'm actually very impressed with how they've done this season so far. You know, nobody knew what was going on with Aaron Rodgers, and he came in, you know, towards the end of training camp and in the start of OTAs and did what he had to do, and he's got this team in check, and you know they're winning games. No one expected them to win games. What do you think? How far do you think the Steelers can go with Rodgers this year? You know, with how the AFC is shaping up. Mafia.
Yeah, I mean they're a good team. They're a good team. Their defense is just like kind of boom or bust. Like either you get a really good game from them, like we saw against the Patriots, or like we saw this week where they're able to force 5-6 turnovers, or you get like a shitty game out of the defense, and it seems like they can't stop a nosebleed, you know, and the Packers put up 35 points on them, you know. So I feel like they're very hot and cold as a defense, and that's kind of going to be what determines how you do down the stretch. Is going to be if you can run the ball and how good your defense is. That kind of wins you games in December and January. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I feel like the Ravens are making going to start making a push there. They play each other the last weekend of the season. That might, come down to who's going to win the division on the last week of the season. But for now, they've got a two game lead in the division, and they look good. It's hard to knock them when you just beat the hottest team in the league. So it's hard to say anything negative against them.
Well, they play the Chargers this Sunday night. They play the Bengals, and then they play the Bears. And then right after that is their gauntlet. And when I mean my gauntlet is you got the Bills, you got the Ravens with Lamar back, then the Dolphins thrown in the middle. Then you got the Lions, the Browns, division game with the Steelers and Browns is always a good one. And then they end the season with the Ravens. So their gauntlet's about to start pretty much. We see obviously one obvious win against the Dolphins, but the other games are going to be a toss-up. So
I think it's pretty safe to say that they'll beat the Bears. I think they can beat the Bears. I don't know if Caleb can keep up with them.
No,
but yeah, I mean
after that. Well,
sorry.
Do you consider the Bears part of their gauntlet?
No.
Okay, so starting with the Bills is when
yeah.
So
no, I see what you mean.
With the Bills, there's only one obvious game that we all know that they should win, and that's the Dolphins. The rest of them, the Bills, the Ravens twice, the Lions, and then the Browns. I mean, we seen what happened the last time they played the Browns. The game was it that game? No, they won that game 23-9, but it did start off slow, and they ended up winning that game. So, division games with the Browns for any of those three teams in that division with the Browns have always just been a toss-up because the Browns could just shock the world that day.
Yeah.
Well, the Browns defense can take over a game and win you a game any given Sunday.
Exactly. So we'll see. I mean, I think they do lock up that division here soon and win that division. But
I think if they want to win the division, they got to in that gauntlet specifically. They have to beat the Dolphins. They have to beat the Browns, and they have to split at the very least with Baltimore. And I think if they do that, they'll
and they have to either win against the Bills or the Lions. They can't lose both.
Those will be tough games, but I agree. Yeah, I mean,
like if they beat the Bills, it won't be so. I'm saying if they beat the Bills, it won't be so bad if they lose to the Lions. But if they lose to the Bills, they have to beat the Lions to try to win that division.
Yeah.
I mean,
because we know Baltimore is every game is a must win for them. So they're going to be pushing from here on out. They're going to be coming for you for the whole rest of the season. So Pittsburgh can't afford to have any slip ups.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of their boomer bust defense, they made Justin Fields look like the second coming of Jalen Hurts in week 1. Like he had me all that defense had me all excited, but little did I know was that was more about their defense than it was about our offense.
Yeah, and since then the Jets and Justin Fields hadn't done nothing. So oh, my bad, bro. I didn't mean to kick you while you're down.
Give us our one win. I know we had the bye. So
my bad. Yeah, you even lost in the bye week. I don't know how that happened, but yeah.
Hey, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since I've had to watch a loss. So that's
Broncos Texans is not much to run there. I mean, Broncos boring game, 18-15, just like tonight, boring game. The Broncos. They hype up the Broncos so much every year, and it's just the same thing. They play flat games. They don't play exciting games. Yeah, they are winning games, which is what matters at the end of the day. But they don't play exciting games. They play flat games. I mean, it's 7-7 in the fourth quarter with the Raiders. Like these are games that you should be blowing your opponents out. You should be winning 35-7. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, anything to say about the Broncos Titans?
They pretty much played Davis Mills to a tie, which should tell you everything you need to know. I think the 7-2 record is fluky. It was fluky already, and then you play Davis Mills to a tie, and then you kick a game-winning field goal at the last second just to squeak past them. And now the Raiders, like you said, Hot Take, it's almost the fourth quarter, and they're tied up with the Raiders 7-7, and they're 5 games apart.
And if the Raiders had a competent quarterback, I promise you they'd be winning this game.
Yeah.
This is why they wrote off Geno Smith when he said they didn't. I didn't write back.
Yeah.
No, you didn't have to write back, bud. That's all. Vikings, Lions. JJ game back, beat the Lions. Do the Vikings really have a shot of winning this division with JJ at the helm?
No.
No,
No.
no chance at all.
Not that division. I'm obviously the jury's still out on JJ McCarthy JJ McCarthy, but not that division. Not with Green Bay and Detroit in there as well. You know, I feel like
they're in last place right now in their division at 4.
Yeah, but the Packers just lost. They just beat the Lions.
We got a block punt in this game, by the way.
Well, you're way ahead of me, pal. So just take it easy there, bud. I'm saying they just beat the Lions. The Packers lost. I mean, the Bears are winning, but they're only one game behind the Packers and the rest of the division in that division. So
I think that they're going to be more of a spoiler type team where, like, I think that the divisions between Green Bay and Detroit, Chicago is a possible wild card, and then you'll have the Vikings, like, you know, making noise like they did against the Lions this past weekend, where they'll make it harder for the Lions. But I don't think the Vikings themselves have a real shot at winning this division.
agreed.
I mean, his numbers really don't stand out, though. Like, in all honesty, like 14 for 25, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception with a rating of 54.5. Like, that's not very, like, you know, it's not exciting. Like, you know,
And he's making all those cringy videos in the locker room afterwards.
yeah, got another Juju Smith-Schuster on us.
Yeah, he's
So like the fake demon.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the Lions haven't hurt since losing both offensive coordinators. They did start off shaky at the beginning of the year, and everybody was like, oh, the downfall of the Lions, the loss of both coordinators who ruined the Lions. But then they went on a run.
Yeah.
And they beat the Bears, the Ravens, the Browns, the Bengals, lost to the Chiefs, beat the Bucks 24-9, and then lost to the Vikings by 3 points. So
No, Detroit's good, man. Detroit is good. Detroit is a good team.
I mean, they got
well coached. They don't make the stupid mistakes. They they just go out and play football. And
they got a little bit of a
tough to
gauntlet.
beat.
They got a little bit of a gauntlet coming up. You got after the Commanders game, you got the Eagles, and then you throw in the Giants, and then you got the Packers, the Cowboys, the Rams, the Steelers, and then the Vikings again. And then the end of the season with the Bears. So
that's tough.
you got 3 division games in your last 6 games. So those 3 division games is going to determine on who wins that division. Because all 4 teams are very close to winning, to be number 1 in that division. So
Yeah.
the Lions got to not win out, but they got to win some tough, important games. And, if they do lose the non-divisional games, they have to win the divisional games to try to win that division.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
But Jared Goff looks good, man. Gibbs and Montgomery look good. We'll just see what happens. Are the Panthers for real, or are they just a fluke season? Bryce Young look good, or is this just a fluke season? I mean, these are questions that are being tossed around here, that I see all over everywhere. And I mean, is this real from the Panthers? Like, is this a real thing?
I don't know, man. I don't know. This season is the most
Awkward, weird.
It's the most any given Sunday.
It's
I can remember.
Moon. It's a full moon season.
Yeah,
like, literally.
Yeah, any given Sunday, anybody can win a game, and I don't know, man. Carolina Panthers and Kansas City Chiefs have the same record. Like, it's crazy. They're both. What is it? 5-4. 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both 5-4 right now, and to me that's craziness. They're second in their division. I mean, Tampa is, they're right there on Tampa Bay's heel. Anything can happen, man. I mean, they didn't look so good when they played Buffalo. But you know, they're winning the games that they're supposed to win, and then every once in a while they'll beat the Packers, you know, a team that they're probably not supposed to beat. But they're a good team, man. I think they're, I don't want to say legit because like I haven't watched enough of their games, but like, man, if you can beat the Packers, and who else have they beat? They beat Cowboys and the Falcons. I mean, not a
The
great,
Jets.
yeah, not a great kind of overall record of teams that you've beaten, but I mean, this is a game. This is a game for sure that, you know, they won one where they probably weren't supposed to, and that's always a good sign for a team.
Hey, first.
I am extremely bearish on the Panthers. I don't think that they're very good. I think that this outcome of this particular game was more about the Packers not being able to win the easy game. Like their two losses this season are to the Browns and now the Panthers. Like, and then they've beaten some really good teams like Detroit. Blanking on who else they've beaten this year, but they've played up the competition. Oh, Mr. First Down, how's it going?
Hey, why'd you say it like, oh, gross? Like somebody, like, what's that about, bro? What's that about? What's wrong? Who hurt
All right,
you?
well, fix your hat, bro. Like, we're not in a club. All right.
What, bruh? What do you mean, bruh? You guys want to hear my band?
I don't know, man. I'm very impressed with what they're doing so far this year. You know, Bryce Young looks better than he has the last 2 years before that. But the thing is, though, is like, you know, we did see it at the end of last year a little bit where Bryce Young was picking it up a little bit towards the end. But, you know,
You
and
made me
he
all self-conscious.
carried and he carried it on to this year. But
He had 100 yards and a pick in this game. Like
this is
the Rico Dowdle show this past
but-
week.
okay. Well, the last 3 weeks have been Rico Dowdle. So let's, you want to talk for real? Let's talk for real. So I mean, it's literally been all Rico. Like, it hasn't been no one else.
Boy, have I missed this.
I mean,
That's
so
what I'm trying to say. Like Bryce Young is, he showed flashes at the end of last year, but he went 11 for 20 with 100 yards and an interception, and almost lost a fumble. And then Dowdle had 130 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground.
remember last year when I was pushing the Rico Dowdle top 5?
Never wrong, just early, brother.
I was very early, very early. But I mean, but Dallas didn't give him a chance. Dallas didn't give him that opportunity to show them, you know, show him for him to show them what he had, and the Panthers gave him that opportunity. And I don't.
Sorry.
I mean, I know Chubb got hurt. You know, I mean, Chubb got hurt, and he took the opportunity, but he did very well with the opportunity he took, and you know, and he proved to them like, hey, you know, you can trust in me. You know, I can prove it to you that I can be that running back for you. So I mean, they're only one game behind the Bucs in this division.
Yeah, man.
I mean, do we see them winning this division? The Bucs lose a couple more games.
I don't
So,
know. It'll be
Bucks are
tough.
going against the Patriots this week. So
They got the Bucks go Patriots and then Bills, so it's a tough couple weeks for the Buccaneers.
One of you do me a favor and look up the last time the Panthers, like the year. I know it was with Cam Newton, but what year was that?
It was 2015. They went 15-1.
Yeah.
dang, hate first. Goodness gracious.
So
Damn
since
computer over there.
so since 2015, they've pretty much haven't competed. So for 10 years straight now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, has been.
Sounding like the Jets over there.
Listen,
Unnecessary mafia.
the Jets have been a century, but you know. We'll talk about it.
I'm gonna pray for you, sir.
Okay, well, let's look at it. You ready? They got the Saints coming up. That should be a win, right? And
Saints,
they play the Falcons. Have they played the Falcons yet?
yes, they beat them.
Yeah.
30. They beat them 30-0.
Exactly.
That's right.
So that should be a win, right?
Yep.
And then they got their gauntlet coming up. They got the Niners, the Rams, throw the Saints in there, the Bucks, Seahawks, and then they end the season with the Bucks. So those 3 games at the end, the Bucks, Seahawks, Bucks is going to determine whether the Panthers win that division or not.
I think they go 0-3.
Whoa.
Yeah, that'll be tough, man. The division might be wrapped up before then too. You know, like I doubt they're going to go 30. I doubt they're going to beat the Falcons 30-0 again. Like that's going to be a coin flip game. 49ers, we were talking about how good the 49ers are. They're probably going to lose that game.
No, I'm not saying that they're going to win out. That's not what I'm saying.
No, but I'm saying they're already 2 games back, so they're going to have to win out if they want to have a chance. Is what I'm saying. I feel like even before we get to those last 3 games of the season, it might be decided by then already that they're not going to win that division. They might be battling for a wild card spot for sure.
I know you're in Canada, and I know numbers are hard for you, but they're only 1 game back.
Oh, they're 2.
Bro, the Bucks are 6-2, and the Panthers are 5-5.
Oh, okay, no, my bad.
I was supposed to say this.
This is why tariffs happen right here. This is why tariffs happen.
God dang.
Okay. But no, I personally think they lose both to the Bucks, though. To be honest with you,
Me too.
so they have to win. They have to win all the other games to even try to compete for that division. I mean, that's just my personal opinion.
This is
I
why
mean, I don't-
tariffs happen. God dang. Wow.
But I mean, okay, but is this a consistent thing that we're going to see from the Panthers now, year in, year out? Are we going to see them competing, or is this just a random fluke here that they're having because they haven't really, I mean, they've beaten teams over 500. It's not like they haven't beaten teams over 500, and they've beaten good teams too. But it's not because of Bryce Young. It's because of the team itself.
I could see this being like a 2022 Jets year. The Jets started out 7-3 the one year. I think it was 2022, and then they lost 7 straight, finished 7-10. Like
All right.
I could see the Panthers finishing like 6-11, 7-10. That's the season. Where
Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Pickett is in the game.
I remember one time Buffalo started out like 5-0. I think it was in like 2006, 2007, something like that. Started out 5-0. They finished at like 6-11. Like, it's I don't think this is a legit Carolina Panthers team.
Yeah.
Moving forward, this year it seems like anything can happen. So like this, I don't like moving forward as like other years come up. I don't think that this is going to be the Carolina Panthers that we see moving forward.
All right, well, let's finish these last couple of games up. Rams, Saints, really nothing much to talk about. We know what the Saints are. We know the Rams are good. Jaguars, Raiders. The Raiders should have never lost that game.
Nope.
It is what it is. The Jaguars won. They're competing for the division now. Travis Hunter on IR. They traded for Jacoby Myers. How much does Jacoby Myers help while Travis is gone?
A lot. And the GM made some backhanded comment. He was like, "Oh, his ability to catch the ball and not drop it is great."
Yeah.
I felt like that was like a subtle jab. Having some drop issues this year.
Captain Passive Aggressive is in the house.
Well, think about it. Think about it. Well, we've said this all year long. I've said this all year long. BTJ looks like he is scared to catch the ball and take a hit.
Yeah. He
does. He does. He looks like he's scared to get hit when he catches the ball. I mean, the game, I think 2 weeks ago, the Jaguars played, and he had a chance to move the ball to a first down, and he wide open, no one near him, dropped a wide open pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the BTJ we thought we were going to get this year. That's for sure. Had a bit of a breakout.
Sure, glad
last
he's
year.
on my fantasy team.
And he's on mine too, bud. So,
Ugh.
but I mean, so do the Jags knock off the Colts to win the division?
No.
Have they played yet?
Not yet. I mean, all all the Jags seem to do to the Colts is not let the Colts win in Jacksonville, which is a very strange thing. But listen, there's just no way you can believe in Trevor Lawrence. You just can't. He has failed time and time and again, and people keep coming up with their stats and everything. Stats are only a part of the story. I've watched T-Law play for years. He ain't it. He's not going to win. You're going to have he's had people on his team before, good players, all this stuff. Still can't win the big one. So no, I don't believe in T-Law. The Colts are easily going to take this division, easily, and they'll move on.
I mean, they played the Texans, the Chargers, the Cardinals, Titans, Colts, Jets, Broncos, Colts, and this season with the Titans. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 division games in the last 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
That's brutal.
It is brutal. I mean, not really for us. They could just step on our heads and keep moving. But I've seen T-Law all the years, and they're supposed to have good teams. How many times? I mean, we've all seen it. Like the Jaguars have won the offseason. The Jaguars have won the offseason, and they end up being like their worst years over and over again. If anybody wants me to believe in T-Law, now's the time to do it, and I highly doubt he's going to do anything.
Well, we know your hate for T-Law. You've seen him dominate your college team and pro team, for years. So
if that's the best you got, Hot Take, you're going to have to do better. And he nowhere near has dominated my team, sir. He will here, but not the years before.
But I mean, obviously, I think it's a race between the Jags and the Colts for that division right now. So,
yeah, agreed.
And the Jags got some tough competition coming up. I mean, obviously, the Colts and the Jags haven't played yet, so we'll see what happens in 3 weeks. I think, if I remember correctly, what that game intends, and I think the first game is in Jacksonville. So,
yep. Well, there's the Colts' second loss, I guess.
So we'll see what happens. Seahawks, Commanders. Prayers up to JD5.
Mm-hmm.
Dislocated elbow, no surgery required though, so that's a good thing.
Okay.
But
big fall.
I think, or no broken something. I don't know, but it's not as bad as what we've seen, obviously.
Really?
That video. Yeah.
I thought it was like dislocated elbow,
but it's
all
not,
the ligaments gone, and like broken bone in there somewhere.
No.
Ugh.
It's not as bad. I've seen a post about somebody posting saying that it's not as bad as it looks. So, but obviously he's still out for the year. But prayers up to him.
Yeah.
Commanders could wrap it up and start mocking.
Pretty much.
The Seahawks though, they look pretty good. Defense looks legit. I mean, the time of JD5 being in the game, the Seahawks were locking him up. They were playing great defense.
He never should have been in the game in that situation in the first place.
No, he shouldn't have. It was on the coach. You can't blame no one but the coach in that situation. But I mean, what are you going to do? Tell the coach don't play your starters. You're trying to win games. I mean, now, it is a little bit different because of how the game was out. Of the outcome of the game, but you're not going to pull your starters just to pull your starters. You know what I mean? Unless
I feel like you should, man. You were down like 31-7 at the time. Just get them out of there's 5 minutes left in the game. There's no chance of a comeback. The only thing that could happen is an injury. You're not going to come back. You're not going to have a miracle comeback win. You're not going to learn new plays. You're not going to try and figure something out. Nothing is going to happen except you're running the risk of an injury.
Yeah. I saw Greg Olson made a comment. He's like, obviously hindsight's 20/20 and because he got hurt, you should have pulled him, but stuff like that could happen in the first quarter when it's 0-0 in theory.
But we see games all the time where Josh Allen will sit the fourth quarter or they'll be up and they'll pull Mahomes out of the game and let the backups in for a little bit. Once the lead gets to enough that okay, the game is settled, we're
Well in
the middle of the
hand.
fourth quarter.
Yeah.
There's nothing's going to happen. Let's just play the backups, get them some reps, and rest our guys. I feel like we see that happen quite often. It happened with Lamar Jackson, not so much because he likes to pad the stats in the fourth quarter, but it's.
Did you ever watch that YouTube video? It talks about like the unwritten rules of football and whatnot, and Harbaugh breaks every single one of them, and then whines when somebody breaks it against him. is the most funniest thing ever. But I was looking; they were talking to ex-players and stuff about it, like when Lamar was padding stats. I forget who it was, but the coach went up to Harbaugh and he just read his lips like, "What the F is your problem?" or whatnot. And he goes, "What?" And then somebody did it to him, and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "God, come on."
Yeah.
Pick one, Harbaugh. You're going to be the villain or the hero. Which one?
Cardinals.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just have one last comment on the Seahawks. Darnold had 4 touchdowns and 3 incompletions. Every time
Monster.
I make this out of him, a part of me dies. we had this man on our team. I had his jersey. I used to wear it every time I went to MetLife to watch him, and now I got to watch him.
Here, I'll give you the big screen. Sell your soul a little bit.
Look into our eyes. Look into our eyes. Yeah, don't blink. Just let us.
Now I got to watch him go 14-3 with the Vikings, and now he's tearing it up with the Seahawks. It could have been us, man. Could have been us. All right.
That's all you gotta say.
That's it.
All right.
Well, if you want to feel
you
better,
never give me the big screen. Jeez.
if you want to feel better, the Minnesota Vikings had Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold on their roster last year, and now they're stuck with JJ McCarthy. So at
They
least
threw 3 touchdowns last game.
at least you didn't have Daniel Jones as well and got rid of both of them.
Yeah.
At least you only had Darnold.
That's true.
And somehow
KOC's next project, Will Levis.
Somehow I feel like this is coming back to be Giants hate. Somehow we'll skip over that part.
We were gonna wait. We were texting. We were gonna wait till you say something mean to somebody else and then bust you with it. Just
Cardinals, Cowboys. I think I seen a stat that the Cardinals are like 9-1 against the Cowboys in the last like 10 games that they played, and it's very shocking to me.
Mm-hmm.
But the Cowboys are just I mean, I don't know what to say about the Cowboys. Obviously, I do have a question though. Have we seen the end of Kyle Murray?
Can I go first? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yes, you have seen the end of Kyler Murray. He was given this big contract. He had a video game clause in it. When we looked up video game clauses and other contracts, well, we didn't see one with another quarterback, which was interesting. But listen, Kyler has had opportunity after opportunity. And I'll never forget the TV guys were like, the ball's in Kyler's hands, they have a chance. And he would just dramatically fail. And then I'd watch another game of Arizona. The ball's in Kyler's hands, they have a chance. And it's the same. It's like a record repeating over and over. Listen, Jacoby Brissett goes in there, and God bless him. I love a wily veteran going in there and taking care of business. It's very pleasing. But the fact that all he is doing is pretty much managing the football game and not making the big mistake speaks wonders about Kyler Murray and what he is doing wrong. I don't know the particulars of the contract, if they can duck some of it or anything like that. But yeah, Kyler, it's done in Arizona. Maybe he gets a shot somewhere else, but I mean, I think he's a backup.
Mafia, hey first.
Yeah, I mean, I think kind of the same. He's done in. It's very rare that you see a guy get injured. He's getting better. The backup plays well, and oh no, all of a sudden our starter, he's way worse, and we need to
let him rest.
We got to put him on 4-week IR. So I feel like he's done in Arizona. He might get a shot somewhere else on a team that needs a quarterback. But I would be weary about starting him next year if I was another team. We just saw the release today. Grand Theft Auto is coming out next year, so you're not going to get much
in
You're not going
November.
to get much out of him next season. So maybe give him next year off, and then he can come back the year after.
first.
Lordy.
Mafia stole my joke. I was going to say Black Ops 7 zombies just came out right in time for him to go on IR. But yeah, I mean, he was always like, he always showed flashes. I think it is, to answer the question, I think his time in Arizona is done. I hope to God that the Jets don't target him as like a free agent signing. That would be awful. I would hate that.
You do got 3 first-round picks you can send him.
No, those are for Burrow, not Colin.
Don't you want to waste your time on another first-round draft pick to a team that's going to be picking lower than you? I'm just saying, you got the currency, I've got the time, baby. Come on with it.
Yeah,
show your boys some love.
I don't know. I think he's definitely done in Arizona. I agree with Mafia. Like it up until like a few days before the Cowboys game that just happened, they were saying like, oh, he's progressing. He's like, doing some light work. He might be ready to go. He looks good. And then this game passes, and now it's like, oh, all right, we're actually putting him on the 4-week IR. Like it's like,
Gino.
What's the term for it? It's like a quiet benching kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on, and
with a whimper.
So I think his time is done.
Well, obviously the Cardinals or Cowboys, neither of them are going to win the division. They're both too far back right now, unless something dramatically happens with the Eagles. But it is a win for the Eagles on their bye week. All 3 of their division opponents lost. The Lions lost. But game of the week, Bills, Chiefs. Like we said earlier, the Bills always have the Chiefs numbers.
Regular season.
Let me finish. Titan fan.
Sorry. Sorry, show daddy. I didn't mean it.
So, but in this game, though, the Chiefs look very rocky at the beginning. But then towards the end, the Bills look very rocky. The Bills should have scored more points, I feel like. They shouldn't have scored more. They had opportunities to score more points, and they didn't. But we'll let the man speak for his team. When, we get there, we'll just, keep him on quiet for now. But this game was really the game of the week. And, both teams did play their best to try to win this game, because this game could determine towards the end of the season, who is the number 1, who is the number 2 seed, because, we all know that we're going to see the Bills and the Chiefs towards the end. There's no doubt in my mind that we won't see the Bills and the Chiefs in the playoffs.
It is unavoidable.
Whether they win the division, which I both do think they both do win the division towards the end. But, right now, the Patriots are behind, or, competing with the Bills, and then you got the Chargers competing with the Chiefs. So, but I don't think those 2 last. And obviously it'd be back to the normal Bills, Chiefs winning their division. But Mafia, go ahead and talk about this game, but give us key points on this game and things that you've seen that you thought that stood out.
Yeah, I mean, this was obviously a big win for us, a good win for us. Like you said, it's going to affect playoff seeding. It felt a little bit different than how we've beaten the Chiefs in the regular season in years past, which is why it kind of gives us a little bit of confidence that we can beat them this year in the playoffs. There was no Josh Allen hurdle. There was no Josh Allen 20-yard touchdown run on 4th and 2. It was James Cook. It was Dalton Kincaid. It was our young defenders that we just drafted. We were able to match their speed, and we were able to get after Patrick Mahomes, which is all things that we weren't doing in previous matchups. So it had a little bit of a different feeling to it. We had our there's a reason we drafted the fastest defensive back in the whole league with our first round pick last year. The only guy the only defensive back who was a 4.2, we drafted him. We stood him in front of Xavier Worthy and said, "You guys run sprints all day, and we'll be fine with it." Our safety Cole Bishop is balling out this year. He's looking really good. Again, we got a young, fast defensive backs, so that makes you feel better about our matchup with Kansas City. We're not going to be losing the race to them. They felt like they were a lot faster than us in years past, especially with Tyreek Hill and kind of some of those other things. So for us, it was a good win. It was a good win, but more importantly, how we beat them this year made it feel a little bit different. So that's why Bills fans are a little bit more geeked up after this one.
Hey, first, I know it sucks talking about a division rival, but this is a non-biased show. So
No, I mean,
we only slander the Giants around here. That's the only acceptable hate.
Yeah, we know. We know.
Yeah, I have a couple of notes.
I think you're pretty cool.
Yeah, I have a couple of notes. I feel like this game is the score doesn't really tell the full story. This game feels like it should have been a multiple touchdown win by Buffalo. I think it was 28-13 early in the fourth, and then the Chiefs made it 28-21. And then the Bills did give them a couple of chances to tie it up. Luckily for them, like their defense had, played them tough this game and kept them out of the end zone when it mattered. Pat Mahomes, they hot take you mentioned earlier in the show. They ever since the Giants game, they've looked really good. Like they got Worthy back, they got Rice back, and they've been firing on all cylinders. 15 for 34 for 250 and an interception. That's like not a good Pat Mahomes game. Like 15 for 34. That's like a crazy low.
Oh, he was playing the Bills #1 in the regular season, and he's never beaten the Bills.
It's the lowest completion percentage of his career so far.
Yeah.
So like under 50%, which is unheard of for him. Lowest in his career. So I have one thing I need to say though, because they've beaten the Bills in the playoffs every year. If the Bills get them at home in the playoffs, you cannot let your last playoff game in that stadium be the Chiefs beating you again. You have to.
Yes,
I know.
I
know.
You got to shut
the door
at Mark Stadium by exercising those demons before you move to the new stadium.
I know. Unfortunately, like we did give them chances, and this is part of the reason why I've been on the Fire McDermott train. Well, really, ever since the 13-second game, I don't think anybody should have kept their job after the 13-second game.
If anyone asks if 13 seconds is enough, it's enough time.
But we had the ball, and we tried to kick a field goal. We tried to kick like a 50-some yard field goal at the end of the game there. Just punted and pinned them deep, and sure, if we make the field goal, we win by 10, and like whatever, it's fine. But like with the new kickoff rules now, anyways, the teams are getting the ball at the 35. That's one completion, and they're in Hail Mary range anyways. So like, to me, it doesn't make any sense why you would kick the field goal. You should punt it, pin them deep, and just let your defense continue what it's been doing all game. But yeah, man, it was a sad game for me personally, because the guy I interviewed in the preseason is Michael Hoyt, who tore his ACL, who snapped his Achilles in the game. So that, for me personally, it kind of sucked. He's a Canadian guy. He was a good guy. So
he was a dog though. He was like, "Don't take me to the locker room. I'm sitting right here. I'm watching this game till the end." And he was like, he's hobbling around on one leg to get from one side of the field to the other.
The trainer was legit holding his severed leg, like, "Sir, sir."
Before we move on, Sam, any thoughts on this game?
I mean, it's a tale as old as time, right? The two powerhouses. It's who remembers Highlander, right? There could be only one. This is exactly what every football fan, and at least in this era, is waiting to see. They're destined to meet again. Hate First Sports said, they have to beat them. If it's in the Bills' house, if it's in the Chiefs' house, they've got to get over that hump. Now, to be fair, Mafia, I picked the Bills to go to the Super Bowl this year. So I think they've got.
I think 90% of the world has picked the Bills to go to the Super Bowl this year.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm part of the majority now. Yay. Anyway, so it's a lot of the same things the guy said. It's a matchup. It was a fun matchup. I am with you on the Sean McDermott thing, though, Mafia. I don't get it why we have to keep playing this game over and over. I'm sure everybody would be fine without him, but
and if you
them's the
watch too,
Bears.
like he's one of the worst at using timeouts and when to challenge a play and when to not challenge the play. Like,
and it's cost you guys
sometimes-
games before.
exactly.
It's cost you guys
Sometimes it's
games.
beneficial to not challenge and just let the game keep going. Like, we don't have to
Mhm.
give the other team a free timeout so they can regroup and all these kinds of things. Anyways, I go on for days about McDermott, but
No, I get it. So yeah, let's see it again in the playoffs. Bills got to get over the hump here and take care of business.
Yeah. And like I said earlier, 13 seconds is enough time.
Still funny.
Moving on to week 10. We still got 5 minutes left in this game. Broncos are beating the Raiders on Thursday night here. So we'll
Nick's
come back
just
to
threw
that.
an interception.
We'll come back to that at the end of week 10 predictions. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
But starting off with the first game, and we're just doing quick predictions here.
Okay.
Pointing out key points here on each game. Giants, Bears, Mafia.
Yeah, I'll take Chicago. I think I don't think the Giants are down Malik Neighbors and Ham Scatterbo. I think that takes a little bit of wind out of their sails. Dart, nothing against Dart, he's good, but I'll go with the Bears.
Hey, first.
I am not a Caleb Williams believer. I know Ben Johnson's doing some good things there, but me personally, I'm not too high on the Bears. So give me the Giants in this one.
Sam.
Raiders just missed the field goal. Anyway, give me Ben Johnson's creativity with the Bears over the Giants here.
That's for you, bud.
What? You were mean earlier. I'm just returning return volley.
You'll see here. You'll see here in a little bit.
Oh God. I'm on a
Falcon.
bye week. What could I do?
Don't worry. Falcons, Colts. Sam, we'll start with you.
I'm sorry. Who is it?
Falcons, Colts.
Oh man, I really, 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 really wanted to pick the Falcons here, but I just don't think it's going to happen. It's over in Berlin, Germany, I believe.
Yep, 9:30 game.
Yeah, I think the Colts had a bit of a wake up call. Sometimes a loss like that to a good team makes them kind of wake up, like, hey, look, you are mortal. You can be beaten, and so you got to play better than that. And I think they're going to play better against the Falcons.
Well, you weren't here when we were talking about it. The Colts have only lost their 2 games that they have lost have been to teams over 500. They have beaten every team under 500 besides the Chargers.
Okay.
And I don't consider the Chargers a good team right now until they prove it and they win multiple games in a row. But
the Falcons are also under 500. They're only 3-5.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if they do win, it's kind of expected because the Colts haven't beat a good team over 500.
Right. They smacked their best chance was against the Rams, and they did that to themselves, just shot themselves in the foot over.
Now, if the Colts win 45-0, I'll give them their flowers, but I don't see that happening.
The Germans are going to love that game. Just seeing Country Roads as another team just gets destroyed on the field. So yeah, Colts easily here. I just think they're just better, and Raheem Morris stinks.
Hey, first.
Give me the Falcons. Give me Drake. Drake London mossing Sauce Gardner for a game.
My gosh. I think there's some biases in there. I can't find it. Where is it? It's in there somewhere.
Yeah, I'll take the Colts in this one as well. I think they went out and got Sauce Gardner. They obviously thought that was a need for them. Their defense is better now, just by default of adding.
They needed to get a flag every defensive play. That's what they wanted.
Well, I mean, if there's one thing about Sauce, he's very good at disguising his pass interferences. He does it every play, but he's very good at disguising it because he doesn't get penalized for it very often. But he does do it all the time.
I respect it. Honestly, I think Drake London destroys him, but we'll see what happens. Browns, Jets. Hey, first, we'll start with you. It's the fucking toilet bowl of the year.
Yeah, buddy.
This is the toilet bowl.
Well, hold on. The Jets and Miami play one more time together. That's the real
That's
toilet
true.
bowl.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
I love you. Hate first. I didn't say mean things like they did. Remember that. Remember that when you crack.
I think that the Jets win this one.
Get
However,
their second win.
I think they get their second win against Cleveland. I think Dylan Gabriel is doo-doo. I think the defense is good, but I think the Jets take it. But if Cleveland wins like 9-7, that would not shock me. But I think the Jets win.
So if you think Gabriel is doo-doo, what about Shadudu?
You know what? Baker Mayfield's rookie year when he was on the Browns, they pulled, I think it was Tyrod Taylor. They pulled Tyrod Taylor halfway through the game, and then Baker came in and beat us in his debut. And I was so pissed. So I would not. So like, if history repeats itself, and like if the Jets are beating up on the Browns, and then they put Shador in and he cooks us, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Sam.
If
Jets,
that,
Browns.
if that happens, I'm going to be outside Hate First Sports House going, don't do it. Don't do it, Hate First. You're valuable.
Get off your roof. Get off your roof.
Yeah, stop it. Let me flip a coin here. Jets.
Nice.
Why not? I mean, I'm a Titans fan, okay? I know what bad is. This is bad.
Oh,
This is
man.
bad.
Mafia.
I'll say Cleveland. I just like their defense more than I like the Jets' offense. I feel like it's going to be tough to move the ball against the Cleveland.
You're
Jags.
Hate First.
Jags, Texans, Mafia.
Oh,
Jags, Texans. I'll go Jags.
Hey, first.
Yeah, give me the Jags too. I think CJ Stroud's out, so definitely Jags there.
Sam.
no faith in the long neck quarterback for the Texans. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Jags. Even though I hate saying it. Ugh, gross.
I saw a tweet today. It was
I'm clipping
next
that
man up,
one,
and it was just a long
137.
neck.
Yeah, I'm clipping that 137. He said Jags.
Ugh.
Bills, Dolphins, Sam.
Make it a quick clip. Look, Jags. Like just replays over and over. Jags.
Bills, Dolphins.
Bills, Dolphins. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's a laugher. I don't know if the scoreboard can put triple digits on this game. Maybe they can program it to some way to do that. But man, I mean, look, they've already taken all the toys out of the Dolphins locker room. So, maybe things will turn around here. Anyway, Bills by a gabillion.
Hey, first.
Yeah, Bills.
Millions.
Bills need to. I think the last time they played Miami played them a little tough for a couple quarters, but they need to.
The team.
They need to blow them out of the water. Like this is a awful Miami team that was their high point was playing Buffalo close, and it's been all downhill since then. They got one win against the Jets, who that's nothing to brag about.
Oh my God.
They got annihilated by the Browns. They got annihilated by Baltimore. So I would expect them to the same thing to happen from the Bills.
Hold on, let me scroll my phone.
Sigh.
This
game was horrible.
I'm picking the Bills too, by the way.
Yeah,
What?
I wasn't going to ask you.
Biased take on the show. Boo.
It's nice. Once a year, Josh Allen gets to go back, visit the family, take care of the kids for a weekend, and then he comes back to Buffalo, and we keep going. So it's nice.
Oh man, game of the week: Patriots, Bucks, Mafia.
Give me the Bucks. The Bucks. I'll take the Bucks.
Hey, first.
I'm going to take the Bucks too. I think that the Buccaneers defense is going to give Drake May his hardest challenge yet this year. So I'm curious to see how he does. But I think that the Buccaneers get back on track against a good Patriots team this week.
Sam?
I'm gonna go Pats here. The Bucks are beat all to hell. I mean, just absolutely. Abuka, I can't say his name right. I never can. They don't know if he's going to play. Baker is not 100% healthy either. I think this is going to be a struggle, ugly game. But I think the Patriots take it in the end.
I really like the Patriots in this, man.
Woohoo!
Tell me why not. I don't see.
Because Vrabel is a poopy head. That's why.
I like the Bucks. Don't get me wrong, but like I can't see the Patriots losing this game. The Patriots have a better defense. The Bucks are still missing plenty of weapons on offense.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I really like the Patriots in this one.
I'm just a Patriots hater, so that's why I chose the Buccaneers.
Yeah, we know.
More biased. More biased. Today. Goodness.
Ravens, Vikings. Sam.
Look, I know Lamar's back, and they're everybody's like, look at that, 0 injuries and blah blah blah. But we've seen this before, guys, where guys come back from injury and it doesn't just click right away a lot of the times. And I don't think it's going to click right away here. And I think KOC is going to have something special cooked up for that horrible Baltimore defense. I think Vikings take it here. Maybe not by a lot, but I still think they take it.
Hey, first.
I just, after all the crap I've seen, like the videos of JJ McCarthy on the sideline in the locker room this past weekend, I hope that the Ravens sack him 10 times and beat the Vikings up. So
he really is hate first. Wow.
Off you.
Yeah, I mean this one I'm kind of torn on. I kind of agree with hate first. I want to see JJ McCarthy get like put into the ground a few times.
Golly.
But I also hate the Ravens. So, you know, I don't know. I think the Vikings defense is good. If they can just keep the offense on the field, that defense is really good. We saw it last year. When you have a good offense, that defense can be really, really good. But I think at the end of the day, I think I'm going to go with the Ravens. I just have more faith in Lamar Jackson than I do JJ McCarthy, and I feel like at the end of the day, that's going to determine the game.
Saints, Panthers. Hey, first.
Oh, golly.
I know I said what I said about the Panthers. I think
I said what I said. Y'all heard me.
But the Saints are really bad. Like Tyler Shuck looks like possibly the worst quarterback to come out of this class based on his debut last week. So give me the Panthers. They'll be 6-4. They'll be over the moon. That podcast Meow Mix that went away is going to come back, and then they're
guess who's back again.
But give me the Panthers for this weekend.
Sam.
I like the Panthers because they're a scrappy team here, right? You know, they beat teams by dragging them into the mud and then somehow drowning them and climbing out at the end, fresh like a daisy. But Denver, the Saints are just catastrophic. Yeah, their Panthers are going to take care of business here. God, that quarterback is so bad.
Mafia.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Panthers here. I think it's going to be pretty easy.
Denver wins.
I don't think the Saints are all that. Saints are barely a professional team at this point, so I think it'll be the Carolina Panthers.
Cardinals, Seahawks. Hey, first.
Oh God.
Jacoby Brissett looks good, but I give me the Seahawks. They're firing on all cylinders. JSN looks like a top 3, top 5 receiver. Darnold looks good, so give me Seahawks.
Mafia.
Yeah, I'll go Seahawks as well. They got an MVP candidate in Sam Darnold, and they got Offensive Player of the Year candidate in JSN. So, I think it's going to be hard for Carolina to keep up, for the Cardinals to keep up. And I'll go with the Seahawks.
Sam?
Shaheed down there somewhere. Seahawks by 1 million.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
No.
Lions Commander, Sam.
God bless it. It's so strange because I thought Dan Quinn and the Commanders were going to have a pretty good defense, but they don't. It's just bad all around. Here comes Marcus Mariota again. So just give me anyone but the Commanders at this point. So
yeah,
Mafia.
I agree. Anyone but the Commanders, and especially Detroit. I'll take Detroit in that matchup all day.
Dan Quinn has the 28-3 look on his face already.
Hey, first.
Yeah. I think the Lions get back on track in a big way against the Commanders this week.
They're going to have a field day. St. Brown and all them boys, they're going to have a field day.
Rams 49ers.
Where do you want to start?
Mafia.
Rams 49ers. I don't know, man. I feel like the Rams are like the best team in the league potentially. Matthew Stafford's on an absolute heater these past couple of weeks. Like he's just slinging the ball. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Hey, first.
I feel like the 49ers always have the Rams number, like no matter how good or bad each team is. But Stafford's 21 touchdowns and 2 interceptions is crazy. Like, so give me the Rams. They're unstoppable right now.
Sam?
The 49ers and Rams have a complicated history for they finally split last year. But the 49ers are once again beat all to hell. And I think the Rams are going to go to the Super Bowl. So I have the Rams.
So do you think the Bills are going to beat the Rams in the Super Bowl? Is that what you're saying?
Don't do this, Mafia. Don't do this. Not here.
Steelers Chargers.
Oh
Sam.
boy. These games so annoying. Look, I just watched the Chargers almost let my horrible rotten team almost come back and win that game. So I'm gonna go I have to go Steelers here on merit. So yikes. I hate Greg Roman. I think he's a horrible offensive coordinator.
Hey, first.
I'm taking the Steelers as well. The Chargers just haven't shown that they can. I mean, they just are too inconsistent of a team for me to like consider them as like a team that can take care of business against other good teams. So give me the Steelers in this one.
Mafia.
Old Man River.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Steelers as well. I feel like I don't know. I don't know any of the numbers on it. I just going purely off vibes. I feel like the Steelers always have the better of in this matchup. I feel like they've won more than they lose this matchup. I feel like, and yeah, I just feel like the Chargers are a bit inconsistent. You don't really know what you're getting out of Justin Herbert, yeah, I'll trust Aaron Rodgers more than I trust Herbert at this point.
Herbert's such a strange man.
Monday night game. Eagles, Packers. Sam.
Oh boy, it's in Lambeau, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the Packers are going to have to bounce back after that horrible Carolina showing. Yeah, I'll go Packers here. They like to play against the level of their competition. So I think it's going to be an ugly game, but the Packers do win it in the end. Would be kind of funny, though, because the Packers wanted that tush push gone. What if they run it like 8 times or something?
Hey, first.
Yeah, give me the Packers in this one. The Eagles, I don't know. They're coming off a bye, so maybe they fix some things, but their offense has looked out of whack all year. And the
Mhm.
Packers have a pretty good defense, so give me the Packers.
Mafia.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Eagles on this one. I feel like they're one of the best teams in the league. They're hard to stop, and I don't know. I just the
PlayStation.
Packers aren't consistent
Xbox.
enough for me to trust them to do anything. So I'll go Eagles.
All right. So I like the Eagles in that one. I think they just dominate the Packers and Green Bay. But
Woo!
Sam, I have a question for you that we talked about earlier.
Sure.
that you were here for.
Mhm.
Knowing what you know so far, being 9 weeks in the season,
Mhm.
is Jackson Dart the best quarterback to come out of this draft? As you being a Titans fan and having Cam Ward as your quarterback.
I think Jackson Dart was more built for success than Cam Ward was, if that makes any sense. So
Elaborate.
I think the team of the Giants, though depleted, I'm starting 7 rookies. And while you're starting some rookies too, I still think your team on offense is a bit more supportive for a young quarterback than my team is. So, but I do think that Jackson Dart is mentally better at the game than Cam Ward is so far. So I guess at this point in the year of our Lord, November 6th, 2025, that Jackson Dart is the better quarterback to come out of this draft so far.
I respect it.
Mhm.
You know what time it is, boys.
Time for the hot takes.
I need something spicy for this weekend.
Flat sound, just every.
You want to hear it? You want to hear it again?
Time for the hot takes.
I'm gonna go whisper that in my wife's ear when I go downstairs.
Oh, you want to
Time
hear
for
it
the
again
hot
so you can?
takes.
You want to hear it again so you can remember it?
Hey,
Time for the hot takes.
okay,
All
I'm
right.
gonna do it now.
So I need something spicy that no one's
Ooh.
talking about for this weekend.
Mm.
I'm not gonna call names. When you got it, figure it out and tell me.
Mhm.
I got one.
Go ahead.
I think that Jalen Hurts has his worst game of the season this weekend, and Micah Parsons gets sacked multiple times.
Yikes.
Mafia, Sam.
Man, that's tough. So let me see. Let me run through some of these games here real quick. How about yeah, no, I don't know. Oh, here we go. I'll tell you this. I think the Vikings defense is going to shut down Lamar Jackson. I don't think Lamar Jackson's all the way back. And I think coming off that win, it's against Miami. I think we're going to realize, how bad Miami is, and the Ravens might win the game, but I think we're not going to see that four touchdown, 200-yard kind of performance from Lamar Jackson.
Sam.
The Chargers lay a goose egg against the Steelers. 0 points. Nothing to show for it.
Oh,
Because I'm petty, baby. I live the petty life. And it is
That's-
it's a wonderful life.
That's very spicy. I like
So
that.
spicy, meatball. And I hate Greg Roman. Greg Roman's a bastard.
I think mine's a little bit more. I think mine's a little bit more spicier, though.
Oh, what you got for me? That Nashville hot chicken spicy.
I think the Lions drop back-to-back games, and the Commanders with Mariota beat the Lions in Washington.
Oh no!
That's- that is spicy.
Oh, why would you wish that for me, hot take? Do you understand that the stands here are going to be like, "We told you, Sam. You didn't believe. We told you.
Just
Mariota's the truth."
Just saying. So,
I-
any more spicy takes before we move on?
When are you going to admit you love me? When your grades are good enough, I guess. Yeah.
So obviously mid-season, we got to talk about MVP.
Hmm.
Right now, odds are Allen, May, Mahomes, Stafford, Mayfield. Any digression or thoughts on those top five and who should be there instead of Allen?
Be right back.
I see what you did there. No, but I think maybe I'd maybe take out, Mahomes or Mayfield, and I think I'd probably slide Darnold up there a little bit. Sorry, hate first. I feel like he's just balling out this year. And if you look like stats wise, which I feel like the voters do at the end of the season, they're not thinking about these games, so they just kind of look at the stat sheet from the first half of the season. And when you look at that over the past like 4 games, there's nobody who's been playing better than Stafford, than Darnold. He's just balling out this year, so I feel like he should get a little bit more love for the MVP.
Okay, first.
I feel like my pick right now is Stafford. He's got 21 touchdowns and two picks, just like I said before. I feel like if Puka doesn't get hurt, I feel like Puka would be right there with JSN, like leading the league in receiving. And I don't know, Stafford's like on another level right now in terms of just finding ways to pile up touchdowns and lead the Rams to wins. Other than that, I think Baker Mayfield's slipping a little bit. I think this weekend against a good Patriots team is a great weekend for him to get back on track. I know they've had a lot of injuries, including his own injuries, but I feel like call it week 4 or 5, like he was the guy, he's the MVP favorite, and now I feel like he's kind of slipped a little bit. But good chance to bounce back. And then Jonathan Taylor, if he can get back on track and there's still a lot of season left to be played. Like he has a chance to really challenge LaDainian Tomlinson for like that touchdowns in a season record if he can, keep having these 3 touchdown games. So he's another name to watch out for. But like we've all said, it's a quarterback's award. He'd have to do something monumental to win it. But
yeah, I mean, Saquon rushed for 2,000 and didn't even get it last year.
Yeah.
At this point, you have to do something crazy if you're outside of a quarterback.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair.
Yeah. It sucks. I wish anybody but a quarterback would get it.
Sam?
I'm with Hake first. I think it's Stafford. I think he carries this all the way to the Super Bowl and retires after the Super Bowl. I think this is the last stop for Matthew Stafford, so he's going to play all out.
Anything else y'all want to talk about, or
Our feelings? Yeah,
well, your feelings are been down for 25 years, so
it's been that bad. Jeez, God dang, we're in the playoffs in 22. Damn it.
Anything that people are not talking about in this coming up weekend or for future football or anything?
No, I do think that the Bills are going to kind of regret not making a move at the trade deadline. I think something, not that like I think we're going to lose, because I think we're going to win a lot of games this year. But I think there's going to be we've seen it last year, especially that one stinker game against Houston last year. We saw it against I think it was the Jets this year. Even like Josh Allen didn't really play that well. We didn't. You're going to see it come up a couple times where like we have to kind of squeak out a win, and we're going to be like, we could have solved this problem, and all it would have cost us was a 2nd round draft pick next year, or something like that. I think we're going to see something like that from the Bills further down the season, where it's like we might have won the game, but like, you know, we didn't have to do that to ourselves. And I think there's going to be a little bit of like kicking ourselves for not addressing a need at wide receiver.
They called up the Jets and said Garrett Wilson, and then they hung up.
Listen, they apparently the reports are that they tried with Garrett Wilson and they tried for Jalen Waddle. And I'll tell you, like, there is not an offer that I wouldn't have made as the Bills GM. You want three draft picks and Keon Coleman? Sure.
Yeah.
Like, give me one of them. You know what I mean? Like,
go all in. Yeah.
if we have to pay the in division rival tax, like, pay it. We need it. You know what I mean? Like, do whatever you got to do to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep making the offer better until they say yes. You know, turn into what's his name, Marlon Brando, and make them an offer they can't refuse, and move on. That's what me personally. That's what I would have done. I feel like I'm a little bit bitter that we see the Colts year one of being good. The Colts are now all in, and we've been with Josh Allen for 8 years, and we have never drafted a wide receiver in the first round to go with him. We trade out of it and draft Keon Coleman in the second round instead. But anyways.
Sam, Verse, anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to call out that the trades that the Jets made, like, in terms of like Jets fans, this was like probably the craziest trade deadline in recent memory, like, at least for me. Like, I remember letting go of 2 cornerstones in the same day. I think my initial thoughts are that these were offers that Muji couldn't refuse. Like, I feel like he had no intentions of trading Sauce, but then, you know, when Ballard calls him up and says, how about 2 firsts and a wide receiver, like, it's hard to pass that up. I just think now Muji's kind of staked his claim. He's gotten rid of some guys for great value, but that value is only going to be as good as the draft picks that he makes. And based on this past draft, like, he drafted Membu in the first round, who's been incredible, and then he drafted Mason Taylor in the second round, who's been like a pretty serviceable tight end for us. So if he can hit on those draft picks that he got, power to him, and hopefully, you know, he makes these like, we look back on these trades like 5 years from now and say, holy crap, like, we got rid of Sauce for, you know, 2 phenomenal players on our team now and potentially a quarterback. So we'll see. But I think as it stands right now, I'm happy with the value that we got for those 2.
You should be.
Mr. First Down, anything?
It's me, baby. It's me. So yeah, we our GM decided to finally speak on his own volition, and it was really good for the fan base to see somebody go out there and say, guys, this is just how it is right now. We're just going to have to deal with it. He was honest and straightforward, and we freaking loved it. And people were like, oh, but the fans aren't showing up or whatever. And he goes, well, we did that to ourselves. If you want the fans to come back, you have to make stuff happen. So I enjoyed that. And it's also important to remember that even though you didn't trade away as much as you wanted here, you can get out of almost, I think, 80% of your contracts this year. So, like, you can cut Calvin Ridley next year and you actually gain $16 million in the cap. So, and stuff.
Apparently
like
the Bills almost traded for him.
That's what I read. But I know for a fact that Borgo, the proud Bostonian he is not going to be bullied around on price. He's going to ask what he's going to ask, and that's it. But yeah, you know, always darkest before the dawn, you know, and so we'll see where it goes from here.
I think that pretty much wraps it up, boys.
Yep.
Right on.
I've had a good time.
Yeah.
Give us a wink, Hate First. Give us a wink. Give us just a little playful wink. There you go. There you go. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. There's that.
I appreciate all y'all boys. If you tell the people where they can find you at, what's in store for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Find me at Mafia Members Pod on social media, Mafia Members Podcast on YouTube. I do a weekly show during the Monday night game, weekly stream, kind of recap the Bills game and look forward to what's coming up in the week. And that's pretty much it for me. Thanks for having me on as always.
Who's your favorite Titans fan?
Not you. Hey, first.
That's so mean
Yeah, so
and unnecessary.
so you can find me at Hate First Sports on X, YouTube, and most recently TikTok.
Mhm.
This
He's a busy
Sunday-
man.
Yeah, this Sunday I'm doing my first live stream on TikTok right before the Jets game. So I'll be on there just like previewing the game, talking about what happened at the trade deadline, outlook for the rest of the year, so all that good stuff. Starting that live series called The Misery Report. So fitting.
God dang.
So have that to look forward to. So you can find me on any of those 3 social medias at Hate First Sports, all one word. Thanks again for having me on. Always love coming on here and talking ball. So appreciate you.
Sam?
Fanboys Unleashed tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. We're going to go through the coaches that could be up for the Titans head coaching job, from guys that are proven with Mike McCarthy and John Gruden to possible retreads of Robert Saleh, Arthur Smith, and so on and so on and so on. And then after game takes on Sunday. So should be a good time. Always fun time. Always fun to talk football on Fanboys Unleashed. Pow, 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 pow. Anyway.
Tell them your social accounts.
Oh, my name is at Mr. First Down on Twitter. What? Why are you
Nothing.
so
Continue.
angry? You just dad side me. Damn. Anyway, at Fanboys Unleashed on Instagram, and Fanboys Unleashed is also a Facebook page and a YouTube. So there you go.
In your personal page.
I mean, it's my Facebook account. I was talking about
I'm talking
Fanboy.
about your X, your TikTok.
Oh, my TikTok. Sorry. I'm also I'm not
Oh,
doing
man.
TikTok, but I don't know how
This
to
guy
work it.
here.
Let me get my spectacles. I am
I'm
at
a bad
Fanboys Unleashed on shut up. I'm at Fanboys Unleashed on TikTok. There we go.
Let me show you how it's done.
Hmm.
You can follow my personal page at Hot Take City 904. Make sure you follow my co-host Austin_Roland0 on his personal page. Our sports podium page at Sports Podium 224 on TikTok and X and YouTube. I appreciate y'all boys coming out and doing a show with me. I appreciate all the viewers. We'll be back next Thursday at 9:30.
Mhm.
See you then.
All righty, man.
Bye,
Have a good one, guys.
everybody.